Hey guys, we're here with our Week 7 battle of the NPL Season 3, and this week we take on SheerForce and his Long Island Golducks. Trevor will definitely be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check him out. He's the owner of the NPL, a very good friend of mine, and he's a terrific battler in the league. Had a rough season last season, but he's definitely made a huge improvement to his draft this season, and he's on a tear. He's also 4-2 just like us. So definitely make sure you guys go check him out if you haven't already. But real quick, we will go over what the Golducks have drafted this season. They have Mega Pinsir, Magearna, Latios, which is his Zmon, Chestnut, Chandelure, Weezing, Crawdaunt, Gigalith, Yuxi, Zebstrika, and Seismitoad. My team, of course, is Mega Scizor, landorus-i, Volcanion, which is my Zmon, Sylveon, Conkeldurr, Komala, Roserade, Tyrantrum, Mesprit, Liepard, and Frostlass. So looking at this team at a glance, there is a lot of really scary threats on his team. Mega Pinsir, Magearna, Latios, Crawdaunt, to name a few. Chestnut is bulky as all hell. Chandelure can be threatening if played right. Yuxi is virtually unpredictable. It can do a lot. Seismitoad is incredibly bulky. Weezing, honestly, I think Weezing is like the only thing I'm 100% is not coming, but just in case it does, I am prepared for it. Zebstrika and Gigalith could be problems too, because Zebstrika outspeeds my entire team and Gigalith is bulky as all hell. So this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup, but I think we have the team that can pull this off. The first mon on this team is going to be Gaia, our Landorus, holding the Life Orb with the ability SheerForce. Has the moves Earth Power, Knockoff, Rock Slide, and Psychic with 100 HP, 92 attack, 4 defense, 116 special attack, and 196 speed. I did not put the nature, and I will actually look at what nature it was right now because I suck. I was Rash Nature, which is plus special attack minus special defense. So that amount of speed, I believe, was to guarantee that I outspeed, God, I think it's Chandelure, because at base 80, and then Pinsir would be 105, and that's his gap. Yes, that's what that's for, is to outspeed Chandelure. Earth Power does a lot to Magearna and Chandelure and Gigalith and Zebstrika. Knockoff is mostly for the likes of Latios and Yuxi. Knocking off their items is going to be incredibly helpful, and even knocking off anything's item is going to be incredibly helpful. The only items I can't knock off are Pinsir and Latios if he has a Z Crystal. So if I don't knock anything off I know he has a Z Crystal. Pinsir is for the Rock Slide, and Psychic is for the Chestnut and the Weezing. I could have gone Sludge Wave to hit the Chestnut more, but Psychic is honestly just better because it enables me to hit the Weezing just in case he does decide to bring it. I don't think it is coming though. But yeah, that is our Landorus set this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Volcanion, aka Pompeii, holding the Firium Z with the ability Water Absorb. Has the moves Fire Blast, Steam Eruption, Hidden Power, Grass, and Toxic with 108 HP, 4 defense, 252 special attack, 4 special defense, and 140 speed with a modest nature. That amount of speed will outspeed a max speed Adamant Crawdaunt, which I am expecting him to bring because he has no reason to go Jolly. The only thing he naturally outspeeds is Conkeldurr. So there's no reason for him to run Jolly. He'll probably go Adamant if he brings it. HP Grass, Okos, Crawdaunt. It does a lot to Seismitoad. It Okos it unless it's like really bulky. Fire Blast and Steam Eruption is for dual stab. Really, the only thing that can really stand up to this set is a Latios. And that's what Toxic is for, is to Toxic that thing. I don't have any coverage I can get to possibly hit the Latios unless I wanted to go like Gracium Z and Solar Beam and then go like Hidden Power Ice or something like that. But I ultimately decided that Firium Z is going to be more useful specifically for the Magearna. It guarantees that I OHKO it even if it's Assault Vest. And that is the goal of that. And another reason why I really wanted to have a Z Crystal this week is because of Crawdaunt. If Crawdaunt can't knock off my item, because if you guys did not know, a Z Crystal cannot be knocked off, and it increases, it decreases the power of knockoff because you can't knock off, and it's not an item that can be knocked off, so it doesn't get the power boost before your item's knocked off. So I take about 50% from a Crawdaunt's knockoff, and because I'm immune to his Water Stab, this is a really good check to Crawdaunt. I outspeed it as well if it's Jolly, which I'm assuming it will be. There's no reason, or I'm sorry, if it's Adamant, there's no reason for him to be Jolly. So yeah, that is our Volcania set this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Monarch, our Tyrantrum, holding the Choppleberry with the ability Rockhead. Has the moves Head Smash, Earthquake, Aerial Ace, and Dragon Dance with 252 attack, 4 defense, and 252 speed with an Adamant nature. That amount of speed guarantees that I outspeed his entire team at +1. I will speed tie with Zebstrika, but if he brings it, I don't think he'll bring max speed. I think he'd rather speed creep something and throw a little bit more into bulk, so I will outspeed that thing. Excuse me. Head Smash puts a serious dent in his team, except for Magearna and Chestnut, and Weezing to an extent, but I don't think Weezing's coming, and Seismitoad as well. But Earthquake will do a lot to Magearna. If I get some prior chip damage, it's guaranteed to kill. Aerial Ace will 2-hit KO the Chestnut, even if it's fully physically defensive. And Dragon Dance is obviously so I get set up, so really the only thing that can truly wall me is Seismitoad, and if I could chip that thing down far enough, Earthquake will be able to kill it. Choppleberry enables me to set up on the pincer because I will be able to live in Earthquake, but I will not be able to live a close combat. So worst case scenario, I can actually Dragon Dance, set up to +1. I will outspeed the pincer and I will kill with Head Smash. He will not be able to kill me with a combination of close combat after Choppleberry and Quick Attack, so I will be able to kill the pincer and I can capitalize on a lot of things. If he doesn't bring Crawdaunt, which is his only form of priority, I believe, then I'm in a good position to knock some serious holes into his team. He's going to have to take a lot of resources to be able to take down my Tyrantrum. And Tyrantrum could even potentially clean up the game, depending on the situation. I didn't even know Tyrantrum got Aerial Ace until I started prepping this week, so that's really cool. It 2-hit KOs Chestnut, even if it's fully physically defensive. And if I don't have to use my Choppleberry on the pincer, that will help out as well, help me take a Drain Punch. So that is our Tyrantrum set this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Destiny, our Mesprit, holding the Colberberry with the ability Levitate, has the moves Signal Beam, Knockoff, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock with 252 HP, sorry. 252 defense and 4 special defense with a relaxed nature, which is plus defense minus speed if you did not know. Fizdef Mesprit this week. This is a pretty decent answer to Mega Pincer depending on his set. Return does about 45-ish% to me. So I can be able to take that and potentially get a Thunder Wave off. Thunder Wave also helps to prevent a Shift Gear Magearna sweep. It helps for Latios. Really just slowing his team down in general is going to be beneficial. Knockoff is great for getting rid of items. Signal Beam is so I can simultaneously hit the Latios and the Crawdaunt. Because they do share the weakness with Bug. And I didn't want to go like Shadow Ball for just the Latios and not be able to hit Crawdaunt, or go like Thunderbolt for Crawdaunt and not be able to hit Latios or something along those lines. Signal Beam was the compromise. Colberberry allows me to take a knockoff comfortably from specifically the Crawdaunt. I believe Pincer also gets knockoff, but I don't think he'll bring it. I think Yuxi also gets knockoff, so we could that could be a potential way to set up my rocks or get a Thunder Wave off on the Crawdaunt or the Pincer if they decide to knock me off. But I mean, Pincer's probably just going to return me. But Crawdaunt has no reason not to knock me off, so that's a good way to possibly get a Thunder Wave off on the Crawdaunt and cripple that thing severely. Stealth Rock is going to be good for his team. He only has removal in the form of Latios, and bringing Defog Latios is going to kind of cripple his team because that's potentially one less coverage move he has to go. Potentially that's the fact that he can't bring Calm Mind, the fact that he can't Roost, the fact that he has to bring Defog Latios if he wants to get rid of my rocks is really beneficial to me. So yeah, this is our Mesprit set this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Dovahkiin, our Sylveon, holding the leftovers with the ability Pixelate, has the moves Hyper Voice, Reflect, Wish, and Baton Pass with 244 HP, 252 defense, 12 special attack, and a bold nature. This is my Latios switch-in. Psyshock, if he's Life Orb, he'll have to go Timid because he has to guarantee that he outspeeds my my Landorus. So I don't think he can afford to go Modest. So if he's Timid Life Orb, Psyshock does less than 50% to me. I'm not 3-hit KO, or I'm 3-hit KO'd with leftovers, and that's a big Hyper Voice I can get off. I could potentially get up a Reflect, potentially get off a Wish. But really, this thing is kind of just a pivot. I switch in on Latios a lot. He goes into predictably Magearna, but also potentially Chandelure or Weezing if he brings those. And that's a good opportunity to Baton Pass and go into my Landorus or my Volcanion and put some serious offensive pressure on him. That's really the goal of Sylveon this week, is the fact that I have a Latios switch and that can potentially provide some pivot. In addition, I mean, worst case scenario, Hyper Voice does a good chunk to the Latios. It's 2-hit KOs most Latioses. It'll do a lot to Chestnut. It'll be able to do a lot to Crawdon if I don't die first, but I mean, Aqua Jet does so much damage. So Wish and Reflect are really just kind of support moves just in case I'm in that scenario. Like, really, the only moves I needed on Sylveon technically would have been Hyper Voice and Baton Pass. But Reflect and Wish are kind of just there as support moves just in case that's an option I can go for. The final mon on this team is going to be Rock, Paper, Hour, Mega Scizor, holding the Scizor, right, with the ability Technician. Has the moves Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Hidden Power, Rock, and Roost with 240 HP, 252 defense, and 16 special defense with a relaxed nature. Max defense, this is my switch into Pinsir. Return does about 40% to me. At +2, Return does about between 80 and 90% to me. HP Rock does 70 something percent min. To the Pinsir, so a little bit of chip and HP Rock kills him. HP Rock and a Bullet Punch will kill him, but obviously a Return and a Quick Attack, if he's at +2, will kill me. So this is a pretty good answer to Mega Pinsir. In addition, this is a good pivot option for Latios, not carrying HP Fire, which I think he will because this is my Steel type. There's no reason for him to not run HP Fire. This is a good defensive answer to Chestnut as well. Overall, this is just another bulky pivot mon that I can use to get into things like Landorus and Tyrantrum and Volcania that put offensive pressure on his team. And HP Rock Technician boosted is pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's a lot of really fun set, and I'm happy to be bringing it. So that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, a like and a subscription would be much appreciated, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Monday for our battle against the Long Island Golducks. God, I am really not talky today. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys tomorrow when we battle Trevor. I'll see you guys then. Later.